O Masumari baran listen the wells. Do me that in O se varas a groove. The true face is you. Oh, lazy say candy.
Forse di non t'asciubi per Giusto. No, Mujano e Spella. Valhalla has to forever.
No, Mesa Boom. O Masumari baran listen the wells.
Taxi of Mel.
Och så krossar nu. Sen kan man så spela. Det där var ju också nöjt för du med
Do you know Valley Mandala be I holler at you?
Papino quebas a penuvo mamos rumisa no.
Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism live on a Monday. It's Monday. It's 1:30. It was meant to be 1 o'clock, but this little sod wouldn't go to sleep. He has now. Hi, Monty. Try again. Hello, folks. Yeah, try not to spam the chat, please. I don't want to have to stick slow mode on. I'd rather let you chat away. But how are we, folks? How's it doing? Well, let me know where you're from, please, in the chat today. I want to find out where some of our viewers are coming in from. We'll be doing a crocodile soon. Is there even any in the beta? I'm not sure, actually. There's the gharials, but I don't know about actual sort of crocs. Let's have a look in animal trading, hey? How'd you get so many conservation credits? Forget to turn... yes, I haven't had a haircut since last stream. Yes, I think I have had a haircut since last stream, yeah. Germany, Canada, Sweden, Netherlands, Ohio, USA. Fantastic. Sheffield. Lovely. Boys UK. Excited to be first live chat. Welcome, Serpling. You see, it is Monty because of Python. I see. I don't get it. Texas, Quebec. Bonjour. Can you show the animals? Adam, yeah. There's loads of videos of people looking at animals. But we will have a little quick look over who we've got in the place, yeah. Let's have a look then. Animal market. I don't know about crocs, no. Let's have a look. There's, like I said, there's a gharial. But maybe there isn't any crocs in the game. That's interesting, isn't it? Or alligators, or no. No, actually quite a limited selection when I look at it like that. But yeah, there you go. That's life, I suppose. Loads of lions up for ridiculous. I mean, look at that, 1,200. Who's got 1,200 to spend on a lion? You're never going to sell that. Who's this? Erster Zoo. That's going to sit there, pal. Are you doing a proper series? There is a proper series. We're like 7 episodes in now. Yeah. First live stream for me. I saw your stuff when looking for Planet Zoo. Fell in love with your style, and you have a new subscriber. Welcome, Rainbow Fox Ari. You're very welcome here. Texas, Quebec, bonjour. Yeah, Quebec, because they speak French in Quebec. Others don't speak French in Texas. They just about speak English. I'm joking. I have some friends in Texas, and they're beautiful, and I love them to bits. Right. So, if you've been really paying attention, you'll know that I actually lost this file. It got corrupted. Wouldn't load at all. So I've had to roll it back a little bit. And the only thing I actually lost, unfortunately, it's not the end of the world, but I lost the interior of this build. All right. So exterior, because I did finish the exterior, saved it, and then started playing later. So I rolled back to the last save I had, which was like I said, the interior of this. I'm not going to redo the interior as good as it was. I was really happy with it, but, you know, it's beta. It's all getting wiped in a week anyway. I can't blueprint stuff, unfortunately. Whenever I try and make a blueprint, it freezes. The game crashes. So I've watched my Rube Goldberg video 15 times today. Oh, awesome. Well, it's not technically a Rube Goldberg. It's a marble run. A Rube Goldberg specifically has to have things passing momentum onto other things, which I am trying to do. And once we get the sandbox in the full go, I've got some really good ideas for a proper Rube Goldberg. But glad you enjoyed it anyway. Yeah, I have to wait for GeForce now to cover it since my computer's graphics and RAM are terribly bad. You're scratching my zoo itch till then. Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah, luckily this is a pretty good PC, but yeah, hopefully GeForce gets a driver update specifically for it. That'd be great. Do you prefer the building in this game so far, or the Planet Coaster? Or the Planet Coaster beta? I wasn't very good in the Planet Coaster beta, so it's not really comparable. Hex codes are not working. I know it's rubbish. Well, they work in as much as you can type them in, and you have to press enter and then apply. But it's a bit of an arse. But also the fact you can't multicolour select pieces as well is really quite annoying. So today, what I want to do, by the way, let's actually get started with something. Okay, I want to tidy this building up here because it's kind of at the minute it's just a box, a shell. It's not nice. So I'd like to tidy this building up because the next episode we're actually going to come away from this. We're going to come over here and do some lemurs. So that's going to hopefully be tomorrow's episode if I can get to play tonight. I see spiders. There are no spiders. There is an image of one there, but there are actually no spiders. Regards to the monitor breeding zone, are the walls dirty because of cleanliness, or is it due to the walls being damaged? It's damaged. They've just got fixed. Literally, she went in and fixed them. They break really easily, these do, which they shouldn't, because these are really solid standard walls. But yeah, I think it's probably because there's so many of these little dudes in here. Even though their welfare is pretty good, they probably they're just banging against the walls. So yeah, it's damaged, that is. Who does your graphic design brand identity? It's absolutely fantastic. I'm geeking out. Thank you, Katie. It's me. I do it myself. I worked as a graphic designer for a few years. So thanks. Yeah, glad it's appreciated. That's nice to hear. Okay, show us new animals. No, what new animal? What do you want to do? You want to just look? I don't like people who say "show me animals." It feels like you're using me. We're playing the game. You want to go and see animals? Planet Zoo's official forum, official videos have got clips of animals. Very good at theory part. Thank you. The walls age like that, even with no animals in them, needs to be tweaked. Yeah, they just seem to be, especially with something like that. Corrugated metal lasts forever, right? Lots of care into the design. Thank you. You're not really chuffed when I said that. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's nice to get that. So I'm thinking we kind of go in. I want to keep it really sort of boxy and serviceable, you know. Something that Mass Bandit's been talking about. If you don't follow Mass Bandit, you really should. He's an awesome creator. We've worked together on a couple of different projects, and he does some really good stuff. And he's really focused on realism, like more than this. I mean, I try and get a little bit of realism in there, but yeah, look at this grid. It winds me up. Something rotten. Right, here's the grid. Yeah. People were saying, "Oh, it's not the grid. It's not the grid. It's you. It's me. It's the grid. I mean, it's the grid." Like there you go. It's working now. Right, I don't know what I'm talking about. Here we go. When you just place it in one piece, it's not so bad, to be honest. There you go. There we go. I like doing sandbox mode. Yes, me too. We will most likely be exclusively... I'll play through the career, but pretty much exclusively sandbox, yeah, once we get in. There you go. Can the animals smash through glass and skate? They sure can. I don't think anything we've got can, but like elephants and stuff, 100% can smash through glass, yeah. It's been shown a couple of times now. It's pretty crazy. I think it's fantastic you do what you want, so you actually play the game, not just pushing out videos. Thank you. Yeah, that's... I mean... I could push out videos, you know. I could go and download 10 things off the workshop and do it. Here's a look at the workshop stuff. Like I don't think there's anyone's doing that for Planet Zoo yet, but there was Planet Coaster channels that exclusively just showed other people's stuff, and it's nice to see stuff. And I did a couple of them, but I always felt like it's better off to show your own stuff, right? Although I have had an idea for a series. I want to know how you feel about this. We'll probably start this when the full game comes out. But there's a guy I watch. You may have heard of him. He's called Biffa. He's a really great YouTuber. He's a British guy. And he plays all sorts of stuff, but he pretty much exclusively at the moment, he's found real great success with this, plays City Skylines and like fixes people's cities' traffic problems. So people send him cities that are, you know, awfully ran and stuff, and he spends an episode sort of fixing them. I've had tortoises smash through glass barriers. Christ. Super tortoise. Good evening, Paulsley. There's another awesome content creator in the chat there, Paulsley. Go and check him out. Biffa collect my college bins. Yes, that well, not that Biffa, but it's spelt the same. Yeah, and he does this great series. So I was thinking that maybe people could send me in animal exhibits that they weren't really happy with, and we could pop down the exhibits and fix them up. You know, like a Pimp My Exhibit type thing. I thought that'd be quite a cool idea for a series. What animals would you like to see in the game that are not in the game? Meerkats, penguins. They're the two that I'm holding out for now. Meerkats and penguins. Flat roofs. We want this to be like a really serviceable, just like crap building, basically. We're on the wrong grid now. We need to go on to this. Move on to this grid. There we go. Beautiful. The grid will break anytime you duplicate and move multiple items at once. Yes, that seems to be the thing at the minute. It's moving more than one piece. It definitely seems to do. Excuse me. Hopefully they find a fix for that pretty quick, because it's really tricky. I mean, I don't know if you've watched the video of me building this, and that this whole building is like 8 buildings, and it should be 3, maybe even 2. You know, so yeah, hopefully that gets sorted. Commented in the video asking how's the tutorial on how to get leaves. You liked the comment but didn't reply. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on that, because at the minute the way of getting leaves is to throw down some easy animals and let them pop out babies and go from there. But when the actual game comes out, the getting leaves from releasing babies or selling babies is going to be just one way of getting them. So I want to hold on until we've got the full game, basically, and we can really see what we're going to have to do and what we can do, I guess, to get hold of babies. So I hope that's okay. Same reason I haven't done any exhibit tutorials yet, because I really want to... I didn't mind doing a building one and a path one, because they're basically Planet Coaster, so I knew them well enough to go for it. But I want to make sure that I understand really what's going on before I do one for the other stuff, the new stuff, I guess, so to speak. Wall pieces. It's the new games you're liking the look of. Really enjoyed Flotsam. Actually got a couple of Flotsams in the bag ready to pop out, to be honest with you, but Planet Zoo kind of crushed them out of the way, so we will probably get back to them after the beta. I've got a few of them. That's really good fun. Settlers looks quite good. And the big one, the one that, I'll be honest with you, I'm covering massively on the channel, whether you like it or not, is Evil Genius 2, because I was so obsessed with the first Evil Genius. Super busy in here. Sure is, look at that. 785 people, my count says. That's pretty incredible. Welcome, everybody. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and like and all that YouTube malarkey that I keep forgetting to do, but I'm meant to, I've been told. What is your favourite animal? I don't know, really. I don't know whether I've got a favourite animal. I like a lot. I just like all animals. My favourite things to go and see at zoos are always, I've said this before, are always like the honky, farty, crappy things that just plod about. I know that's awful, but like just like rodenty type things and stuff. I mean, the big ticket ones are great, you know, elephants and giraffes and lions and all those. They're awesome, but just the thing that just kind of goes. See, this is weird. Look, lockdown stuff is going into. These are doing it all the time. Unbox animal. They're getting themselves reboxed up. I know it's a bug, but it's quite irritating. In fact, we should probably pause the game just while we're building, hey? Because we're actually losing money at the minute, I think. Yeah, hopefully the lemurs will fix that tomorrow. Unicorns. Yeah, a lot of people have asked for, like, red pandas are cute. Yeah, they're good. A lot of people have asked for, like, what's the word? Like I don't know, unicorns, Bigfoot, that kind of thing. Imaginary animals, I guess. Would make an interesting DLC, I suppose. Someone who's never played Planco, are there a lot of pre-made buildings in the full game? So yeah, you can research a lot of pre-made buildings, but also the Steam Workshop will be your best friend because people will put thousands of buildings on there that you can go and get. I mean, really incredible thing. Mythical, that's a great word for it. Thank you, Paulsley. Yeah, Mythical Creatures DLC. I know you want unicorns, right? Gorillas, gorillas have been announced. They're just in the full game. Polar bears would be good. Any more reptiles for sure on the full release? I imagine. I don't know. Sorry, off the top of my head. Discover that if you research power and replace your power station with wind turbines, they save a stupid amounts of money a year. Ooh. Ooh. I haven't even done that. Hold on. We haven't actually got that much power. We've only got one power at the minute. Mechanic research, is that power? Okay. Oh, we got that horrible bug where they just won't go and do it without restarting. Forget it. I'll do it later. But yeah, good idea. Okay, I'll do that. What animals are missing from the base game? None are missing. They've added exactly the ones they want to. Thank you, Harry. Please continue these tutorials or make them a series where patrons can vote on what's next. So, thank you, Harry, for the donation. You bring me on to a great point. Let's talk about that. So, tutorials. I am planning on doing both general exhibit tutorials, as in how to use barriers properly, how to do that kind of thing. Probably some other tutorials as we go. The big thing we're going to be doing once the game launches, Zoo School, which is going to be a full series of tutorials where each episode we take an animal from the game, we look at real life habitats of that animal in real zoos and take as much information as we can from them and build as realistic as possible exhibit for that specific animal in the game. They're incredibly researched. I've already got the first 4 written, basically. Spent actual hours and hours reading up on zoo websites and like zookeeper almanacs, and it's ridiculous how much work I'm putting into them, to be honest. So they start, and as far as patrons are concerned, patrons get to pick the animals we do in what order. So if you're not a patron, you're still obviously going to get the videos, but if you are a patron, you get to vote on which ones you're going to want to see. So the first one, I'll tell you now, the first one is going to be a Bengal tiger, because that's what patrons have already voted for. The first vote's already up. So if you become a patron, you can go and vote on that still. I think I'm still going to put out the Bengal tiger first because it's pretty much done apart from building it in the actual game. But the other 3, I've put 4 that you can vote from. And then you can also comment on there which animal you would like to see in the next round of voting to vote on once those first couple of hours, okay? So yeah, good. Thanks, Harry, for the donation. Thanks for bringing that up. I love this sort of games, but my laptop can't run this sort of stuff. Yeah, mostly a console player, but these sorts give me the sniffles. Yeah, after this, this would never run on consoles, unfortunately. I know it's a big point of contention for a lot of people, but you wouldn't be able to do this system on consoles. It's a shame, really. But it would also limit the game a lot. If you look at something like Jurassic World Evolution, it's made by the same people. It's basically a zoo game, and look how sort of limited it is compared to this, because it was on console, you know. Right, okay, let's do 1 meter grid, 2 meter, 1 meter. There we go. Put these in. Yeah, I wanted this to be just a really serviceable building. This is the sort of thing where people come. And then what we're going to try and do then is using this bit of green, we're going to try and cover up with foliage. Okay, so it's just a little bit set back. I have a theory that unfortunately I can no longer test. I believe guests see the door of a staff facility and that's what gives them negative mood lit. Can you just cover just a staff door to test that? No, it's not what they. It's an area of influence. So you can. It's not a line of sight thing. It's just like each of the staff buildings has a orb around it. Commander 07. Your mouse is kind of desynced. It is. Oh, it is. Yeah, hold on. Let me just have a look at the full screen. Oh yeah, how weird. Why is that like that? Not sure about that one. Sorry, folks. I'm not going to be able to sort that now, but I'll try my best to fix that for next time. How do you sell animals for credit? You can only sell ones that have been born in your zoo, I believe. Well, no, that's not true. If you buy them for cash, you can't sell them for credit. Yeah. JW, was this customized? Would you have played it more than you did? Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, but yeah, exactly that. Yeah, 100%. I'd have still been playing it now. I'm looking forward to Prehistoric Kingdom because that kind of seems like what we wanted. Yeah. What I wanted, excuse me. Sorry, a lot of people enjoyed Jurassic World Evolution, and it made Frontier a hell of a lot of money. So. Probably did exactly what they wanted, but yeah, for me it just wasn't replayable enough, unfortunately. It's a shame because they did. I know they added a lot of stuff that I would maybe like to have gone back and had a look at, but yeah, by then it was a little too late, little too late for me. Oh, I hope we get a 1 meter grid as well. That's kind of killing me that we don't have a 1 meter grid. Redfield Dragon, thank you. I'm interested how the entrance to the park, because I can't do the advanced stuff. As in these buildings specifically. Best thing to do, you can head over and watch my building tutorial and the pathing tutorial, and that pretty much explains everything I've done here, really. Yeah. Thank you for the donations. Great. Super chats don't update the number at the bottom, unfortunately, but they are going towards the same cause, and that is getting a 4K monitor, and therefore creating 4K videos. So I know some people can't. A lot of people probably can't run 4K, but it'll make even the 1080 ones look nice and crisp and sexy. I didn't want to do that at all, did I? Yes, I did want to do that. Sorry, but I also wanted to do that. There we go. So, on the most recent video, is it the most recent one? No, not quite the most recent one, the Warthogs one. I was talking about a lot of people saying like, oh, it looks really good what you're building, how'd you do it? Other than like the actual mechanics, one of the key things I really recommend to get good looking buildings, sexy buildings, what you've got to be doing is not making a box. So this is a box, this building. So to get away from that, I've done a pitched roof, and then I've added just that in, right? And look at, I mean, it's not finished, but look how much of that difference it makes compared to a box. We've got 3 different heights. This could just be a big square like that, right? But just bringing in these height variations here, I just think it makes such a difference. Sexy buildings, too right. Link to Jaunty building. Thank you, Autumn. They should add aquatic animals such as fish and the ability to dive. I would put money on that being a DLC. Like, it just seems the most obvious. I mean, I know the most obvious Planet Coaster DLC is probably a water park, and they never did that. But I think aquatic DLC, like you say, with the sort of main animals being otters, penguins, not necessarily things that all constantly live in the water, but you know, otters, penguins, things like, and then obviously, you know, some sharks, bigger fish, and then loads of exhibit animals, which are just basically aquariums. I think that would be huge, and it just seems like the thing they should do. What DLCs do you want to expect? So that's one. I think like I say, I'd be pretty shocked if we don't get that. Otherwise, I would like to see an Australian DLC. So I think marsupials basically would come in their own pack. I would like to see I don't know what you'd call it even, but like Antarctic type DLC. So, or you know, Arctic / Antarctic maybe. So maybe that one is the one that you put things like penguins and polar bears in. I think that's quite an obvious one as well to me. So yeah, they're the big ones I think so far. And then I tell you what else I would love. I don't know really how you would package it as a DLC, but I would love a bat caves like more interactive exhibits. So at the minute we can do some walkthrough exhibits, which we're going to be doing, like I say, tomorrow's video is hopefully going to be a walkthrough lemur exhibit. But like bat caves, like ray pools maybe, lorikeets feeding cages, you know, all things like standards for zoos. I would love to see a lot of that sort of stuff come in, yeah. Do you have any suggestions for not running out of money during the beginning of a franchise? Yeah, start small. You can basically build it. There's a thing in City Skylines called the Battery, which is like loads of residential, some you know, and like a fire station or whatever, and you can get it so it's making a profit, and then you can walk away, you can go and have a bath, you can have a run around the block and get some dinner and come back and you've got $1 million. That's kind of what you need to do with this. You need to build maybe 1 or 2 exhibits that are just solid, easy animals to look after, get your staff on work rosters, and then just go and have a lie down and come back to 100 grand. So that's what you need to do. Unfortunately, it's not very fun gameplay. Unfortunately, you know, but that's the way to start off. And it was the same way in the franchise, in the Planet Coaster career mode. Was it called? Thank you very much, Physilox. Here's to some 4K Planet Zoo. Thank you so much. I hope it runs. It should do. Like you can't buy a better PC than I have right now, so you should be able to play this game in 4K with that, right? So yeah, hopefully we can. Thank you very much for the donation. It's very much appreciated. There we go. Look at this. This is looking good, isn't it? But I mean, good. It's not very fancy, but that really is the point. Okay, I just did not want a fancy build, but I wanted it to look a bit like 70s. I was talking to somebody about Dudley Zoo. Shout out for anyone in the UK who's ever been to Dudley Zoo. I can't imagine anyone outside of the UK has been to Dudley Zoo because it's not a great zoo. But yeah, Dudley Zoo, man, what a horrible place. It's not. No, first of all, I'm sure the animals are incredibly well looked after, and I'm sure that the staff do an incredibly good job. But the place looks horrific. They had this horrible. It was built in like the 30s, and it was built with this modernist style of architecture. And modernist is horrible. It's all concrete, and it's all incredibly serviceable. But all the stuff there, because it's so old, is all listed, and they can't do anything with it. And it's just these really horrible, like big bear pits that are all concrete. And oh man, yeah, it's yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But yeah, shout out to anyone from Dudley. I used to work a lot at Dudley Zoo, actually. Not in a animal husbandry position. For those who don't know, I used to be a magician. I spent about 10 years working as a professional magician, and Dudley Zoo contracted us quite a lot to do the kids' entertainment packages there. So a lot of their big sort of fun days and things like that. My company was the one who put entertainment into there, so I know Dudley Zoo very well. And like I say, I'm sure they do a fantastic job. Whereabouts are you from? Your voice sounds exactly like one of my friends. I bet we're from somewhere close to each other. So I'm originally from a small town called Cannock, which is in the beautiful Cannock Chase. which is in South Staffordshire. Which is, I'm going to kind of keep going out until you, and you can also stop me when you know where I'm talking about. So, South Staffordshire, which is about 40 minutes north of Birmingham in the UK. I now live in London, but not that London. I live in a place called London, Ontario, in Canada. Oh, Sill's playing Planet Zoo. Good stuff. That's what we like to see. He finished. Was it called Jagerhorn? The sort of Austrian snow village mine train. I saw the video go out for that today. That was a really good build. Keep going out. Still wasn't with you. Yeah, exactly. The middle of England, basically, MacGyver. It's about as far away from the coast as you can get in the UK. Yeah. The green screen is having a party in the background. Is it really? Oh, yeah, it's doing all sorts of horrible things, isn't it? It's because I didn't bother turning all the lights on it. Hold on. Oh, hello. Why is it doing that? It's because the sun's coming out. Right, hold on. We can fix this. Give me a moment. It is literally just me being lazy. And not setting my key light up. There you go. Easy peasy lemons. 10 out of 10 green screen. Black country for life. Yeah, all right, my mate. That's how I really talk. If I actually take off my accent and talk how all my family talk, and talk how I used to talk when I was a kid, that's how I talk. Proper slow, proper long, really soft vowels, adding in loads of extra consonants in every word. Is Planet Coaster's development dead? I hate the word dead. Why do people say games are dead? It's horrible. But Planet Coaster's development has ended, yes. Gotta love a bit of jank in a Geekism stream. Can't live without it, can we? Yeah, exactly. It's not quite as bad as the lights falling on me. Or or the big green screen going over like it did last week. You have a fake posh accent like me. I have slightly posher Edinburgh accent than my normal. It's not. I'm not putting it on. But like over the last sort of 15 years of living away from home, it's kind of gone. What is your day job? It's this. I'm a full-time YouTuber. Loving the recent content, so tempted to get Planet Zoo. Keep up the great work, Ross and Jack. TLDR News. Oh, awesome! Is this your private account, Ross? Excellent work, pal. TLDR News is my savior right now because it's so difficult to find out clear and non-biased, informative stuff, especially 3,000 miles away. So yeah, it's really keeping me in the loop. So awesome stuff. Thanks for stopping by. I'm getting annoyed at having to keep reassigning my vets and mechanics. Yeah, it's crap, innit? Do you recommend getting this? I'm a huge Pinewood fan. Building mechanics, identical, pretty much. But this has a lot more stuff. It depends, really. The simple answer to this is if you're into animals, yeah. Or, if you're interested in looking after the animals, yeah. As far as building goes, it is, identical, pretty much. So, I think what would be nice here is like, I don't know why, but it feels like it looks like an old grain silo or something. Hi, I'm late as always. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 cats, both of which look like they've passed out on the sofa over there. So many trees. Oh, I know. Look at those. All over the place. Look how tiny that looks. When you look at that, I mean, that's not all buildable, but even still, look how tiny it looks what we've actually got done. You ever been to Stourbridge? Yeah, many times. I live in Stafford, just south of Cannock. Only a 70. Yeah, no, Stafford. I went to college in Stafford. And we sound like we're from Birmingham. Sure do. Yeah, that's the rule. Is if you're from South Stafford, you sound like you're a Brummie. If you're from North Stafford, you sound like you're from Stoke. Staffordshire itself doesn't have an accent. Yes, that's right, Biffy. I've seen a few people do that, like a little pod where there's a staff room and a research room, and there's a path between them, and that's it. And you stick a guy there and just put it into research, and he'll just go back and forth. I really wanted this game when I found out about it, but I don't have Windows. When I told my roommate, she plans to get me and let it play as well. Oh, awesome. How well is it running on the supercomputer? Fantastic. We currently have... my little FPS meter's gone, but we're constantly sitting at like 120 FPS at the minute, 130. Call it the pod of learning. Nice. Would you play a crossover game? Not saying they're ever going to do it. It's an interesting concept to think about, yeah. Oh, as in coasters and animals? I mean, it'd be great. My favourite theme parks and my favourite zoos in the world are crossover parks, but whether we'll ever see it, I don't know. And I worry that trying to do both, they would do neither well, you know. A lot of people saying, oh, this should be an update for Planet Coaster. It really shouldn't. It would be not good. So, yeah, I don't know whether they would do it and do it properly. Not that I don't have faith in Frontier, I just think it's a very tall order to ask. Could you use the magician background to create an illusion trick in Planet Zoo? Maybe an elephant disappear like Paul Daniels did. That's a good idea. I was very lucky to be trained by Paul Daniels when I was younger. He was an absolutely fantastic man, and he's very sorely missed. Right, I want some topiary. Is it called Hedge or is it called topiary? Neither. Oh, it's under nature, I guess. How much is your PC? As in to purchase? Around about $4,000, I think. Maybe just under. Maybe 3,800, I suppose. Luckily, I didn't pay that. I was incredibly fortunate to be gifted a lot of the parts by a fantastic company called Monster Machines Computing in the US. If you have a look on the channel for the build vlog, you'll find a video of it, of me getting hold of the stuff and links to their company. Absolutely fantastic couple of guys who were fans of the channel and were able to help hook me up. You can just put 1 meter slope edges onto the 2 meter. Can't remember. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's all right. It looks like detailed, and it looks like I meant to do it. I'm kind of in love with these hedges. I would still love some more like rough hedges, to be honest with you, because in Planko we only had this kind of topiary hedge as well, and I would love something a little bit more rough and ready. But they're still really great for doing this kind of thing, just like edging off areas. You know what I mean? They're just a bit too manicured for a lot of the places you'd probably use them, though. But yeah, still think they're great. I have a mid-range PC, Intel i5, 1050 Ti. Probably not great. The 1050 Ti is going to hold you back a little, I think. The i5 should be fine, depending on your RAM as well. You'd probably be able to run it at like low to medium settings, but yeah. Did somebody ask how did I? You fixed the save file? Yeah, I had to go back to a previous save, so we lost the interior of the reptile house. But yeah, apart from that, we were pretty lucky actually. So yeah, that was good. Okay. Right then, I think other than windows, we need to kind of break this wall up with some windows, don't we? Love you so much. Love you too, Raf. Hey geeks and loves your videos. Thank you, Brandon. I'm sure N7 will find a good substitute like his roses. Oh yeah, definitely. He'll make bushes out of roses in 2 minutes. He must be like creaming at all the foliage in this. 1050 Ti and i5 can run it at medium settings. There you go. There's your answer. Awesome. I'm trying it on my computer that just exceeded their minimum specs. Unplayable, sadly. Oh, it's a shame. I have a 1050 Ti and it's running fine. Oh, good. There we go then. Okay, cool. I have a Stellar machine, 3600 with a Ti, runs well on medium. Are you running at high? I'm running at ultra. Okay, so yeah, running at ultra. Everything mega maxed out. How much cost in pounds? The game or the PC? I'll answer both. The game should be like £35, I think. The PC will have been around about 2,500 to 2,500, I guess. 980 Ti, 980. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not that up on how each one will run. But there's a website, isn't there? Can I run this? Where you can basically click Planet Zoo and it'll go yes or no. Have you ever been to Peak Wildlife Park? No, I haven't. Used to volunteer there. That's great. Topiary. Oh, look! A fox. That's good. A squirrel. That's good. A deer. That's good. What's that one? That's a bird. Oh, it's a bit of a fat bird, isn't it? Look at that. And a hedgehog. Eee. He's good. A rabbit. They're adorable. Question for you. The Pride Rock on the workshop. Are the lions able to use the actual Pride Rock portion, or is it too steep? I don't know. It's not mine. I can't put mine on the workshop, unfortunately. The game crashes when I try and make a blueprint. So, yeah, sorry. I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you, I'm afraid. Love your videos. Come to the US and visit some of our aquariums. They're amazing. Oh, thanks. The only aquarium I've done in North America is Toronto Aquarium at the bottom of the CN Tower, and it was really, really good. Really good. So yes, I would like to have a look at some more. I'm thinking of... That's a little silly, doesn't it? It's a bit big. I want something kind of in the middle of those two, to be honest. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, that's a bit big. Yeah, something like that. Oh, kind of sitting there. Yeah, good enough. I could run Planco at about 20 GPS on my Lenovo. Will I be fine with Plan Zoo? The specs are similar, but this is a little bit more going on. So I don't know. You'll love an overpriced sea life aquarium in the UK too. Yeah. Do you know what? I like the sea lives. We had a Merlin annual pass in the UK, so we went to quite a few sea life centres. To be honest, I don't know whether I'd have gone to so many if I was paying each time. Favorite zoo you've been to? Probably Longleat. It's not really a zoo, you know. It's like a safari park, but with a zoo portion. But yeah, either Longleat or if you're counting it, something like Busch Gardens or Animal Kingdom. Berlin Zoo's aquarium in the best in the world. Yes, I've heard Berlin Zoo is up there with one of the best. We're going to go to Toronto Zoo next month. Excitingly, I've convinced Nicola to let us to go now that Planet Zoo's doing well on the channel. She said if Planet Zoo does well, we'll take a trip over to the zoo. So hopefully you get some good shots of stuff there. That'd be cool. Oops. If you make a trip to Cedar Point again, you can hit up Cleveland Aquarium. Oh, nice. Nearby, is it? Yeah, that'd be good. I guess it all depends on what Bronation does, really, and where they end up going, right? Oh, is that on a grid? My God, man. Why are they on grids? They're not even... Oh, they are see-through. Okay, I'll let it off. It's chucking down the UK. It's beautiful sunshine here. About 20 degrees heat, I'm afraid. Not that I want to rub it in. Just a Toronto Zoo in June. It's amazing. They have some really cool exhibits. Yeah, again, meant to be one of the best in the world, Toronto Zoo. So very excited to get more of that. Oh, that's a good. That looks like a. That. Oh, it's got a big lock on it. I was gonna say that looks like a bathroom stall door, doesn't it? With that slight gap on the bottom. Remember that when we're looking for one. I did not just place that. Weirdly, that's like exactly in the middle. Oh, not quite. Look how close that was to being exactly in the middle then. Rub it in while you can. Winter's coming. Yeah, I know. But to be honest with you, I've been in Canada for a winter, and they're much nicer than British winters. Even though it's much colder and much more snow because it's nice and crisp, whereas in the UK it's just wet, slushy. This is the parking lot king. Geekism will be the toilet king. Do you know what? One of the saddest tweets I've ever read was the other day was Uzuri saying that he wasn't going to be playing Planet Zoo. I was really hoping he was going to come back to the Planet series, but alas, he's not. Such a shame because he did some really great stuff. Right. I'm going to put some flower. I'm going to be over the top detailing for like the backstage building. Not as detailing, but like expense wise. We have some really nice flower pots, right? Went to New York City in August, and I go to the snow leopards there. Oh, gorgeous. Awesome. Have you been to any wetland centres? To Martin Mere? No, I haven't actually. Low humidity. That's only when it stays cold. In my area, it can go either way. Yeah, I think apparently it can here as well. But hopefully, yeah, we keep that, because the problem is with humidity is humid and cold is just damp, right? And it's that's the problem with the UK. It's just they have damp winters, and they're gross. Do we have specifically window boxes? Oh, it's a bit big. But that one. Oh, isn't that nice? Oh, we're going to really struggle to squeeze that in there. But we'll... Do you know what? I'm tempted to move all of this out just for that. Is that ridiculous? CWOA. Chessington World of Adventure. Yes, I have. I know that acronym. It'll come to me in a second. Yes, I have been to Chessington. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a good day out, especially if you've got kids. Really good day out for Xander. There's loads to do. We went down to the area and did Thorpe Park one day and Chessington the other day. And as good as Thorpe was for us, there was lots and lots for Xander to do at Chessington, and we had a great day with him. Yeah, it was really good. Have you ever been to the Biodome in Montreal? Nope. I haven't been to a lot of zoos. No, do you know what, Sean? Neither have I, actually. I've been to many less zoos than I've been to theme parks. Theme parks has always been my bag. But I do like a zoo, and I'm sure I'm going to get some more now. Now I'm sort of getting myself invested in them. Let's find some nice little... Oh, come on, we need little flowers. Oh, here we go. What are they called? Classic flower bed, bunched. Yeah. 2 meter... 1 meter straight. So it's going to be that one, isn't it? Can you colour them? Favorite coaster? I haven't really got one. Like it's usually whatever I've just ridden. Certain ones that stick out though are Nemesis in the UK. I'm a big fan of Cheetah Hunt in Busch Gardens, Tampa, and anything that sort of is overly themed. So things like Gringotts, Escape from Gringotts, and that sort of stuff. They're my ones that I really love. Now, is that adorable, or is that adorable? Glad to say I rode Yukon Stroker this summer. I had fast passes as part of the 2020 pass promotion. Yeah, nice one. It's all right, isn't it? It's one of the better drop coasters I've been on, but I'm still not a massive fan of drop coasters in general. This is still not lighting up properly. Yeah, whatever. Certainly adore. Haha. I'm not going to be doing any full remakes of parks, no. It stifles my creativity a little when I've got to replicate stuff. I'll be doing one-off ones. But yeah. Will zoo trips be on Parkgasm? No, do you know what? Because they're probably going to be quite few and far between. And also, theme park goers are not fans of zoos. Like, my Longleat video was one of the worst performing videos I've ever done over there. And Parkgasm's in a weird hiatus at the minute because there's so much time and effort's going into geekism. That, to be honest with you, if I did do a zoo vlog, I'd stick it on here and just treat it as like a Planet Zoo reconnaissance mission. Disneyland versus Disney World. Never been to Disneyland, so Disney World, I guess, or neither. I don't know. What do you think the chances of the Frontier will make a water park game in the future? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Is there enough stuff in a water park game? I don't know. But Xander can. Well, we could try. Xander's eye view of animals. Studios versus IOA. IOA. Can you do an Uzuri Gardens 2.0? Plans are to do something along the lines of Uzuri with Mass Bandit in the future, yes. Water Park sounds more like a PC DLC. Yeah, it does. It won't be. But it may well come with Planet Coaster 2. Who knows? Are there any Planet series creators whose style is very different from yours, but you really like? I do sort of tend to focus towards realism. So I do sort of prefer people like Mass Bandit, N7, Backroom Planet Coaster, people like Ruble Trillions and all them. I do enjoy Rudy. Rudy's actually no Rudy, because Rudy does sort of build things relatively realistically, but also does wacky crap as well, you know. So I do enjoy Rudy. S Down Wolf, Beyond Drew, again, all kind of realistic, to be honest with you. Honestly, no, there isn't. No, there isn't anyone who doesn't do realistic builds that I watch. You try to make your way to Disneyland Animal Kingdom in Florida. I've been many times, Aldrin. Yeah, I love Animal Kingdom. Yeah. In fact, hold on, I'll show you a picture from Animal Kingdom that I have on the wall. Oh, it's even in a Mickey Mouse frame. Look, there's me and my wife at Animal Kingdom. There we go. So yeah, we're big Animal Kingdom fans. Well, do you think there will be a Planet Coaster 2? Yeah, it's all but announced now, to be honest. What are your thoughts on the new Epcot expansion? Can't wait. As much as I love Epcot, it's very dated and desperately needs to be bought into the 21st century. I forgot what century we were in then. Personally, if Frontier were to make another Planet game, my prediction would be a resort game with water park builder along with hotels. Yeah, maybe. City game. I don't know. I don't know whether Frontier have got it in them to make a city game. Just because of what Frontier do really well is provide a sandbox and provide Lego pieces. Okay, when they try and focus more on management, it doesn't really work too well, or as well as it could, you know. So yeah, not sure about that one. Will there be albino animals? Yes, there are. Well, I don't think we've seen anything that's truly albino yet, but there's definitely like leucaustic animals and stuff, like white animals. We've seen a lemur, and I think like twin buffaloes as well. I'm sure there was a post somewhere of twin leucaustic buffaloes. Why is that stuck on a grid? It's not. It's me pressing F. Okay, good. So it should not be stuck on a grid. Gaming also I built Pride Rock. Oh, cool. What type of otter is in this game? I don't think there is a type of otter yet, unfortunately. I would love a type of otter because they're awesome creatures in zoos. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there isn't a type of otter yet. City Skies is hard to top. Yeah. I think it needs to be. I do think somebody needs to come on and have a go at that genre. But this is much managed. Yeah, exactly, MacGyver. Management is much better in this than it was in Planco. Yeah. Are there still glitches in the management parts of this game? Oh god, yeah. But it's in beta, so you know that's what you get. Have you seen the data mine animals? Yeah. Put it like this. I always say this, and I don't mean to sound horrible or miserable. If there's any news about Planet Zoo, I've seen it. Like right now, it's my job to know everything there is about Planet Zoo. So animals, announcements, like little weird bugs. I've seen it all. Probably saw it before you did. I just necessarily haven't covered it on the channel because I'm not too sure about covering things like data mines and stuff. Part of me kind of wants to wait for the proper announcements, you know. That's nice. Can you recolor that? Why can't you recolor that? That needs to be recolorable. Where are you come from, Geekism? I originally come from the UK and I live in Canada. Is guest entry into the park important to you? Do you think that a subway train or tram dropping people off the entrance should be a part of the game? I'd rather something like that than them just appear, but I don't necessarily think it's worth the extra processing need just to kind of bring people in batches. You can make something that looks like a subway station, you know, and have them come up through the stairs or whatever. Like in Pinewood Hills, I had them coming out of a road tunnel. So yeah, that sort of thing doesn't fuss me. Have you seen the Lady's Elephant Dome enclosure? No, I haven't. What's best way to get animals to breed? Put on some like slow jazz, velvet sheets, candles, like a Yankee candle. Ben, thank you so much for the donation. Love the videos. First time I managed to turn into a stream. Thanks for the great Planet Zoo content. Thank you so much, Ben, for the donation. It's very generous. It all goes towards hopefully doing 4K. Do you think they will release TMTK? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I can't call it. I don't know how they feel it went, if that makes sense. I'd love to know, but I don't, unfortunately. Are we making? We're making this building posh here, aren't we? I didn't necessarily want it to be, but maybe it's not posh. Maybe it's just like, because you know, like old buildings were always just like amazingly built, and it was just because that's how stuff was built back then. You know, like everything was brick and detailed, and it wasn't because they were trying to be ostentatious. It was just because that's how they built stuff. I think maybe that's what we're going to do here. Pillars. The Jaguars announced? I don't think so. Feeling... I genuinely think you should have over 1 million subs. Well, bless you, I do as well. TNTK is it was called Theme Maker's Toolkit, and it gave people the ability to import custom models into Planet Coaster. So people who were good at 3D modeling, they could make stuff and put it into the game. So we had extra scenery pieces for free, basically. Whereabouts in Canada? My friend has just bought a house over there. Oh, awesome! I might know him. I live in a place called London. Actually, not that one. It was London, Ontario. We are sort of a couple of hours west of Toronto. It's probably the best way to describe it. And it's a lovely town. Quiet, but plenty to do. That's thin one. Sorry, we've only got 2 meters thick ones, have we? Okay. Make sure we don't get too much Z-fight in here. Okay, get rid of them. And there we go. And we'll leave the ones at the back plain. That makes more sense. Would you like to see? Would you like to see a type of safari in Planet Zoo? Yeah, I mean there already is one technically. It's going to take a bit of work, which is why I haven't focused on it in the beta, because it's pretty much all you would end up doing in the beta, I think. But we do have the ability to put down safari jeeps that can roam around an area. People can get on them and ride them. The problem is, for some reason, they insisted on putting down and making it have to go on this massive track. Just some of the design ideas from Frontier are just crazy, because you know we have this sort of stuff in what's it called? Oh look, we can't even go underground. There's no, because collision's on. I thought, oh hold on, there is a setting for that, isn't there? It's called coaster. It's called coaster collisions, isn't it? Yeah, disable coaster collision. Disable... Oh, look, scenery collision. Disable terrain collision. Oh, we want all them off. Thank you very much. Super cool. I love your work. We've been following you from the beginning of Planco. Hi for Planet Zoo full release. I'm also from the UK. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for the donation. Right. Hold on. I'll actually edit the ride. There we go. What biome will you put your full game zoo in? So here's another thing then, because a lot of people have been asking about the full game zoo. I'm going to try something a bit different with Planet Zoo compared to Planet Coaster. As much as I loved the stuff that I did in Planet Coaster, I kind of hate the fact, and I hate me for the fact, that I never really finished a park. And not saying that I'm never going to go back and tidy up Pinewood. I'll finish Uzuri with Mast. But I kind of hated the fact that we got stuck into these massive parks that took best part of 2 years to finish. Is it true you can only play the beta till October 8th? Yes. So instead, what I'm going to do is shorter series. If you're a follower of Mass Bandit, similar to what he's been doing recently in Planet Coaster, so he's given himself a bit of a limit, giving himself like a theme to stick to. So we did the pier and the pumpkin patch and the Christmas village, and basically do that. So rather than doing one huge park with 100 animals in, because also it's going to get crap as far as performance goes, I'm going to start a park and do like Grizzly Wilderness American Park. So stick it in an American biome, loads of pines, loads of wood, put down things like grizzly bears, wolves, stags, and do it nicely, and then finish that, and then start an African savanna and do modern African architecture, giraffes, zebras. Finish that, and then start X, and then start, and kind of each series to kind of keep it down to sort of like 4 to 6 months, with each zoo having maybe 5 to 10 animals in, or animal types. Loads of pines, loads of wood, but not Pinewood Hills. And do that, yeah. Or maybe even like do a British one that's like a stately home with some more sort of easy to care for animals with the British climate, you know. Hi, Dong Dong. Thank you. Why not do it all in the same location? Because it'll take forever. It'll never get finished. It'll make the PC run hell low. So yeah, that's why. Exactly. Pinewood's been running for 2 years. There's only 4 pines. Keeps it interesting. Good, Manatee. I'm glad you like it. That's the idea, anyway. Maybe a wetland centre. The first thing I thought of for the British one, to be honest, is like the Eden Project. You know, sort of like glass domes with animals in. I know the Eden Project's more of a plant thing, but yeah. What prediction do you think will be the next DLC pack for Plan Zoo? My prediction is that we'll get based on a regional country. Yeah, for me, the obvious choice straight out the bat would be marsupials, because they would be able to completely use the current systems. It would literally just be animal models, right? So for me, that was what I would expect. Even I'd go as far as saying it's going to be called Planet Zoo Down Under, and we'll get marsupial animals, and we'll get like Aboriginal architecture. Yeah. Videos are so cool. I'm from the Netherlands. Welcome. Thank you. I get what you're saying. I just love the idea of creating something monumental and majestic in these games. I do as well, Lewis, but I've done that for 2 years with Planet Coaster, and I haven't finished anything, and I've got burnt out on the projects numerous times, and it's not for me, I don't think. I'd rather, with this, having it as a fresh slate, and doing that and keeping it fresh, and then mixing it up every sort of 6 months and going for a totally new build style, and it doesn't sort of absolutely destroy the PC, even though it is a good PC. These games always start to suffer, you know. Autocomplete failed, of course it did. Come on. Is there no autocomplete at the minute? Is that... That's a real issue if it is. Oh, is that why? Is this why nobody's really building these? I wondered why I'd not seen many of them. Yeah, anyway, they're in the game, so we could do something with that. Why have we no stick insects? I don't know. Hey, Geekers, and hey, PI Gaming. Are you going to finish off Uzuri Gardens and the Savannah like you said? Yes, plan is hopefully to try and get that wrapped up between beta and launch of this, yeah. Big auto complete button. Yes, I pressed it, it didn't work. Do you think they will be adding aquatic animals? Probably a DLC, I think. Choosing to be part of too many projects at one time could be contributing factors to that. Instead of doing collabs, finish what you started first, but collabs are really fun, so I get it. I've only ever done one collab. And it was when both of us desperately needed a kick in the bum. There was an auto-complete button, but you missed it. No, I pressed it. It didn't work. But you have to separate the predators from the grazers somehow, invisibly. Well, whether you can do it invisibly or not, I don't know. Cleverly, maybe, with like rock work and stuff. But yeah. Is there a more pointless or bad animal in the game than the Himalayan brown bear? What's wrong with the Himalayan brown bear? British animals. Yeah, exactly. Pigeons. There'll be a beautiful pigeon enclosure. And then like, I know you could do like you could do like a red squirrel enclosure. That'd be quite cool. Couldn't see your press due to mouse lag. Right, okay. But yeah, we did. It didn't work. Can we make sure we get a realistic city biome with the buildings immediately against the zoo boundary? Yeah, that could work. I'm hoping that's the sort of biome the game should provide, really, right? Love your videos. Thanks, Tom. Could be a petting zoo. Petting zoo DLC, something else I could see us getting. Yeah, definitely. Right. Tempted, you know. Tempted to increase the size of the warthog and give them right up to here. What do you think of that? Give them up to the edge of this building. Should we do that? Just to break away from that for a minute. Making you eager to play Uzuri after beta or dread its limitations. It's not that I don't want to play Uzuri. I don't particularly feel like playing Planet Coaster right now. Just because this is the new hotness, really. Will be nice as an add-on to the Tropical Isles. Yeah, so in the full game, when we do a park, I would like to do interiors for that kind of thing. Again, where they need the temperature controlled so much and stuff, yeah. Right. We want to be able to do... We can go right up to the path, that's good. Okay, what I'm going to do is build this in. Oh, people are asking about how to do exhibits on a grid. There isn't a grid necessarily. If you tap space, it'll snap to angles. So, you know, you can kind of do stuff like this. If you want to. Just join. What have you done? Bit of detailing over there. Now we're extending the warthogs. Actually, only store Planko to make Space Planet Zoo. Wow! I mean, I haven't gone that into it, but wow, that says how you feel, right? Oops. There should be a Rise DLC. I could see and would like them to add a couple of flat rides, if I'm honest. But whether we see any more than that, I don't think they would want to cannibalize their Planko stuff. There's a little tip for you, by the way. If you want to do curved wood walls, build them out of glass first and change them into wood. Is the plan for Planet Zoo to do like safari the way they did in the Jurassic game? Like a gyro thingies rather than trains, cars? Yes, I think it is. I'd rather an actual, or something that looks like an actual car driving. I have no problem with it being on a track, but I'd like to be invisible. I'd like the track to be invisible. Yeah, you can make your own car park if you wanted to. But yeah, definitely for like a usable car park, yeah, that doesn't seem to be a thing, unfortunately. Oh, we need a little bit of wooden fence there, look. Maybe it's a null barrier it to here. Oh, that helps. There we go. No. Obstructed. What are you obstructed by? There we go. Seeing as we've not got the interior of that, we might as well make the exterior look good. Oh yeah, I'm all about this. Right, so we've got to lower the height of this. There are large windows you can use in the reptile house to frame around the small exhibits. I just watched your last video. Thank you. Unfortunately, we lost the interior of the reptile house due to a crash. Stayed strong and didn't order takeout. Oh, hold on. Thank you very much, Torek, for the donation. That's great. Manatee for the super chat. Thank you. I stayed strong and didn't order takeout so I could donate. As an inspiration, you might want to look after Monster All-Weather Zoo in Germany. Oh, I will have a look at that. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donations, folks. It's very generous and is incredibly appreciated. Like I say, it's hopefully going to bring sexy-looking content to you as we move to 4K. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. So now I need to edit this barrier, and then we're going to have to do some care on the warthogs, right? Because now they've got some sexy new space, but they ain't going to be happy with it because it's going to be the wrong painting and all sorts, right? But now all the backstage makes more sense. Oh, I love it. We could probably get some more warthogs in there, or they could have some babies. Hi from New Zealand. It's 20 to 8, and a coffee on your stream is the best start to the day. That sounds like a great start to the stream. Well, the coffee sounds great. I mean, whether you're watching me or not, it doesn't really matter. But I'd go for the coffee. Sorry to interrupt. No, not at all, Tori. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Flint Reed for the Free the Monitor Lizard Fund. No, they will stay in here and they will do as they're told. This is somebody's asking me where I get these points from. These little sods is where I get it from. Have you noticed if the contraceptives work? They seem to work for me. Yeah. They seem to work for me, no problem. Yeah. Right, let's. I always feel scared about playing the game. That's weird, isn't it? I feel scared about letting the game run because I hate all the bad things happening to animals. Love your content ever since Panic Coaster. Thank you so much, Thomas. Very much appreciated. Thank you. You're a harsh man, John. Yeah, tell me about it. Oh my god, you just realised something. There's no Archer. I know. I'm desperately trying to find something that's the same height as the guests. Even a stick will do. Hit save. Good idea. If I were a visitor, I'd want to see the baby lizards. Yes, I would as well. But, you know, can't have... You know, life's not fair, is it? I missed the in-game bit, the contraceptive comments. I was like, wow, has Baby Sparrow been that bad? Super important, you have to click on the franchise mode in the main menu to get 100 leaves a day. Yes, you do. I mean, luckily I have been clicking because I've been coming in here. But yeah, somebody else has mentioned that. You need to have... You click and you get your 100. That has helped. That's probably got about 400 of them, to be honest. A lot of them I spent on the lion for the Pride Rock video, if I'm totally honest with you. Look at these two. Oh, look at them. They're having a rubber dub. You're all right, you. All right, see you later. So, there's been a post about this today, actually. Apparently, most of the animal interactions are not in the beta. Like babies playing with the mums and stuff. They're coming in the full release. A lot of people have said, there isn't much interaction between the animals. Apparently, all that sort of stuff is getting added in for the release. Yeah. When I was breeding lions with fast forward, going in and out of animal trading, I've got a $1 billion debt glitch. Nice. I haven't had that one yet, touch wood. That's the worst one, because that is literally like game over, right? How the hell do you go about coding this game? Oh, God knows. There's so much going on, right? Can't let them be seeing their lizard Guantanamo. How easy to learn the controls of this game for someone who's unfortunately never played any game like this before? There is a steep learning curve to Planet games. I would say that Planet games are very easy to pick up but difficult to master. And if you want to just throw some workshop stuff down, throw some blueprints down and draw square, grass squares with animals in, you're fine. But to do like not saying this is like the epitome of building or anything, but to do like this kind of thing with like circular rotation or something like this with a lot of sort of detaily edges there, yeah, you're spending a good couple 100 hours probably getting good. Yeah, 20,000 conservation points, nice. Warthog's need a new habitat door. No, they don't. It's over here. They're all sorted. I've been able to milk the zoo anyway because I was set up enough before the glitch. I was able to release over 100 lions. Yeah, I suppose if you don't have to buy anything, right? Because I went about 70 grand in debt. No glitch, just not very good at the game. And I managed to get that back up and running because the place just ran. All I could do was not buy anything, but it ran properly. You're a cool man. Thank you, Lucas. Do you have any tips for low NPC like mine? So I can't build too much. How can I keep the FPS up? I have no idea. Put the settings to low, I suppose. Play in pause mode. What do you need to leave currency for? Buying good animals, basically. So if you look in the animal trade here. So I can buy a... let's have a look. See, here you go. Like for an African buffalo there, a gold African buffalo, like pretty good stats. That's 5,000 leaves. Okay. This one here, with not quite as good stats, is 1,500. These are all priced by humans, which is why the prices are way off. But if I want like crappy animals, there we go. There are 3 animals on the animal market for cash right now. An antelope, another antelope, and a Nile monitor. Vet research is complete. Good. What are they researching? Oh, right. Okay. Wild dogs. Nice. What did that unlock? Oh, better food. Good. Let's go and give them better food. So here's one that a lot of people haven't seen. You need to, when you've unlocked their better food, you have to actually set it going. So you come down here into click the habitat, come to animals, come to habitat contents. It's just below that, actually. Sorry. Oh no, in that. Sorry. Grade 1 food quality. So we can click grade 2 food quality. It's like $3 more per kilo. It's not mega expensive. And there they'll have slightly nicer food. You can have a look here in our research status. So they did get processed meat. Now they get a whole carcass as well. And you'll see when we get staff coming in here. Let's see whether or not they come and replace that. I imagine they probably won't. Yeah, they'll have to wait for that to run out. Haven't noticed the food thing. Yeah, I know it's not very well telegraphed. I imagine it'll probably come up in the tutorial levels, but yeah, not very well telegraphed, that one. Have you been into Pinewood since the last video? Yeah, messed around a little, did a few little bits and bobs. No animals. When I select the conservation points, all of a sudden pop up mass in count. Oh, right, okay. The fence is in the wall. Should it be so? Here? Yeah, the idea is that the wall is the barrier, so the reptile house is actually the edge of the... Oh, that one there. No, that shouldn't be like that. If that's what you mean, yeah. Just need to take it back so it's not clipping. There we go. A wee tutorial on how to make nice looking roofs. I find it the most difficult of building so far. Yeah, I might do like an advanced building tutorial with things like roofs, like rotational symmetry and that kind of thing. I'm going to wait for the full game, I think, though, to hopefully get rid of some of the building bugs that we've got in the game currently. Okay, so that's corner fixed. Is that the one you were on about? Oh no, here, look. Ugh, look at the state of this. Let's just pause the game in case I delete a bit of the fence. So really, we're probably best just redoing this whole panel, right? So that's straight. So that's not what we want, is it? We want to come down to here, really. try and eyeball it until we get over there. Kind of maybe make this a bit longer here. Oops. There you go. Might not be a bad idea to put some of the wooden fence to glass for the little kiddies on the guest facing side. Oh, well, hold on. The kids can... Oh no, they can't really see, can they? Okay, how about... We can add windows, right? Let's maybe look at adding a window into this piece. See if we can do it on these shorter ones. Oh, wow, look at that. I mean, that's actually quite neat. I suppose we could probably... Ah, yeah, look, I like that. Maybe not that much. There we go. Kiddies can have a little look through there, can't they? Oh, actually, talking of which, sorry, I've just realised that it's not a meter, it's 1.2 meters. This needs to be, because they're jumpy little so and so's. There we go. So yeah, definitely the kiddies need somewhere they can look. Who editing the window on the barrier? Aha! See again, all this stuff that the game just doesn't tell you. There's I am enjoying the fence windows. Yeah. There's two ways of doing glass. You can either make the panel glass completely. Let's come over here where we can see it better. So you can either make the panel glass completely, or you can have it as something else, but click down here, look, to add a window. Okay, and then once you've got that window in, you can click on settings, and then there's ways to basically mess with it. Yeah, curved barrier top, so we can do something like this. Look, with the angles here. There's so much you can do with these that a lot of people aren't noticing. There we go. And then of that window we can up or down it, take it right to the edge. Yeah, I'm in the way a bit. Oh, sorry. You're right, I am. Let me just... Let me just bring myself over here a second while I show you them. Yeah, so in the bottom corner there, look, you've got lots of different options. See? Who is Jonty? Whole point of base is try and bring early access out to Iron Bugs. They were working on smoothing stuff out, so by now they should look quite sick build. Yes, definitely, yeah. I think we're worried they're not about as good release. No, not at all. Most bug squashing doesn't happen until the last month or two of development, so I'm not worried at all. And there'll be a lot of patches when it comes out, yeah. Yeah. And then put that festing system in planted. Yeah, just for like clicking and dragging, I'd love to see it put in, yeah. And Jonty is me, yeah. Who's Jonty? Nice. It's the guy who's moving around the screen. Woo! Where am I from? I'm from a place called Cannock in Staffordshire originally, and now I live in Canada. Sorry, Cannock, Staffordshire, UK. Now I live in Canada. Beta's going to beta to right. There you go. So yeah, that's yeah, you can do loads of barriers that I think a lot of people haven't quite gone yet. I actually prefer these windows within a different type of wall. I prefer them to just window panels. The jaunty guy is Jonty, yeah. Can you make a Pinewood Hills add-on zoo dashed in Pinewood Manor? Not sure what that means, sorry. I'm from Liverpool. Oh, well, I lived in Liverpool for 10 years. Lived in Oral Park, if you know it. Can you make yourself go upside down and hang from the ceiling? I mean, yes. No, I don't think I can. Can I rotate? But yeah, I can. It turns out. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Stop being children. Have you ever been to West Midlands Fire Park? Yeah. Check leaf 2. Ah, yeah, I saw those little wooden leaves. Are we thinking height wise? Yeah, let's have a look. Now that's new. Can we make that happen? Can we replicate that every time? Because that's pretty neat, if you can. That's nice, isn't it? We're in Canada. London, Ontario. Have you ever been to insert any location? I know, right? Stranger Things 4 just got announced. We haven't had 3 yet, have we? Have we? Have we had 3? Yeah, we've had 3. I don't know, they all kind of blend in. Further had orgasm over. You know what I'm like? Bug or feature? I don't know. Feels like bug. Feels like bug. Oh, I've got to do the whole thing now, haven't I? So what do? We make the whole thing brick, right? Oh, you can just select. No, I think maybe it is a feature. You can just select the pillars and do it. Okay, so let's try. The biggest problem is you can't multi-select. You can't multi-select. So you do have to kind of go down and do it. But that, I think, actually is pretty neat. And again, a little bit realistic, right? Heavier supports for... Concrete would probably look pretty good. Do we have concrete? We have Gabion, but I don't know. I don't like the Gabions, to be honest with you. When we unlock concrete, I think concrete posts... Well, that would look like a proper fence then, right? Oh, I like that. Do you need Inspire to play the game? This mode, yes, you do. Although they are releasing an offline mode version of it, and obviously Sandbox and Career mode, you don't. Right, let's get a quite nice screenshot of that, because I'll throw that on Reddit. There we go. Does it get rid of them entirely if you use null? Ah, interesting. I don't really want to, but I'm happy to test it. No. No, it doesn't get rid of them entirely if you use null. Just that. But every other combo... What about, like, chain link? Yeah, every other combo... Oh, chain link, like, practically gets rid of it because the chain link is so small. Corrugated gets rid of it. There you go. If you wanted to completely get rid of your posts for whatever reason... You go for chain there. The wooden brick really doesn't look good. No, it doesn't look a good combo, if I'm honest. We do a new zoo in Sandbox or franchise. Once the game starts, we'll play some zoos in Sandbox. I'll also be playing through the career mode as well. How will they do the animal trading on Sandbox? I think it'll just be like there'll always be 10 of each animal available. I'm guessing it'll be something like that. They constantly just randomly generate a dozen of each or something. It'd be great to see a smaller UK park style based around Pinewood and the area theme. I think probably we'll do something like that, yeah. Stables and stuff, yeah. I wonder if the corrugated post leaves a weakness in the fence. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Are there any big features that you think they've held back from beta? I don't know. I don't know if there's any major things that we're going to see that aren't in beta, because you want to get all your features tested, really, don't you? Right, I'm literally going to just use the bathroom quick. So I'm going to... I'll be right back. I'm going to run an ad, if you don't mind, because, you know, got to pay them bills. So if you cancel the ad, I appreciate it. I will be back. Oh, no, I can't run an ad. Why won't I be running an ad? Oh, I need to do that. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Right, I'm just going to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Not muted. No, it's not. What's the point? I'm back. Anyway, hopefully you couldn't hear me piss. Thank you if you were shown an ad. It doesn't show an ad to everybody necessarily. It depends on whether one's sold or not. So if you were shown an ad, thank you very much. I appreciate it. If you use a ad blocker, then you need to have I was going to say something really horrible. I was going to say you need to have your eyelids pulled off. I don't know why. I don't think that's a fair a fair issue. You need to have a stern telling off. People like me live off adverts. But I get it. Yeah, I'd love to see Petting Zoo. The problem is that it's not. I don't know whether it's very like fancy. You know, I don't know whether it's a sort of thing that people kind of would go, oh, goats, really? You know, I would love it because I love that kind of small crap. You know, please don't rip off my eyelids. I don't know where that come from. Like deep inside me. I know where it come from actually because I was at playgroup today with Xander, and one of the mums had got her little kid had picked up a pencil. She's like, "No, put the pencil down." She went, "I have to be really careful because you know kids are going to hold pencils, but I'm really conscious of it because when I was a kid, I was holding a pencil and slipped, and it went into my eye and just missed the eyeball, but went through her eyelid into like the eye socket." And I was like, "Oh god!" And that's obviously on my mind because I now needed a punishment for people that came up with eyelids. I don't have an ad blocker, but didn't see an ad. No, it's no, it doesn't. It's random whether you get an ad or not. Well, basically random. Don't worry if you didn't get shown one. It's fine. I know, yeah, it's gross, isn't it? Can we not? Sorry. Do you think or know if there will be more animals in release than have been announced so far? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm sure there will be. Yeah, I imagine they'll be keeping a couple of surprises for on the day releases. Yeah, I reckon it'll be something big like. Maybe something like penguins or something. I don't know. Yeah. So Pine Seal Planet Coaster more so far. I don't know. It would have cost you $0 Canadian to not tell that story. What do you get from live YouTube Premium View? That's a great question. Do you know, I have no idea. It tells me when I look at a video. It tells me what I've earned from shown ads and what I've earned from live views. From red views, sorry, or premium, whatever you want to call it. But how much it is per person per view, I've got absolutely no idea. I'm not sure even YouTube gives me that information. Thank you very much to Go Up Here. Thanks a ton, excuse me, for all the awesome content. Thank you much. A fellow Canadian as well, I see. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Crucial Sound. Thank you very much for the super chat. Worst bug yet, only red balloons. Fun to pop. Do you know what? I haven't even placed down a balloon store. I personally don't think I will, because I don't think in real life zoos are fans of balloons. Correct me if I'm wrong if somebody knows a bit more about it, but yeah, I'm not sure balloons are the sort of thing you get in zoos often. I want pandas. Yeah, that's a good shout. Pandas will be the launch day surprise. What are your PC specs? I haven't actually been asked a lot this stream. I normally do though. It's a Ryzen 9 3700X, which I am going to look at upgrading to a 3950 in the new year probably. It's a GTX 2080 Ti, and it's 32 gigabytes of RAM. They're your main three. Susan balloons equal big band, angry animals, Jurassic Park. Yeah, I think it's more of like the plastics that they can eat, and you know they're not particularly biodegradable or something. Defo no balloons; they'd end up in the enclosures, damage the environment. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Animal things are the hottest thing in my local zoo. See, maybe I'm wrong then. I in my head, can I have your old PC? No, my wife has it. You can have her old PC, but it's a potato. My part just went to $1 million, minus $1 million 1 second to another, spending ages. Yeah, it's rubbish. It's a, you know, beta's going to beta. Nasty bug, but what, you know, sorry. The only balloons I've seen in zoos are ones that have weighted feet and you can walk them along the floor. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Maybe that's not so bad. Animal Kingdom bans balloons for that reason. There you go, yeah. Did you go for Envy? Yes, this game is currently running on a M.2 drive, yeah. But I've got a regular SSD in there as well for video footage, and then I've got I've got 8 gigs of just regular hard drive for storage as well, yeah. So yeah, OS and this and Planet Coaster are running on an M.2. Other games are running on a SSD. Video editing is happening on an SSD using a cache, and then all the footage and everything else gets stuck onto a regular hard drive. Two 4 gig hard drives. There's a world helium shortage, so I'm not sure anywhere has balloons anymore. Well, they do, but yeah, there is a real problem with helium, right? Because they use it for like medical practices and stuff, yeah. So yeah, that's like more important than balloons, I guess. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Bart. Good to see you. A lot of animals can be done with this game. Polar bears are almost just a recolor of normal bears. Yeah, you're right. I think the thing with polar bears is they might need to change the animations and stuff on them. Is there any YouTubers you recommend other than Mass Bandit, etc.? Well, I don't know what you mean by etc. A couple of smaller YouTubers who are really starting to who I think will grow with Planet Zoo. Beyond Drew TV. I'll put these in the chat. Beyond Drew TV and Paulsley and S. Dan Wolf. Okay, you might know them already, but they're coming in the chat now. You'll get the chat a little bit before I've said this, so that might not make sense. But there's 3 who seem to be doing good stuff. Can you change the height of the fence poles individually? Yeah, I hope they put the backstroke animations for the polar bears. Yeah, sitting on the back and the otters holding hands. That's what we need. Can you do the fence poles individually? I don't know whether I haven't quite figured out yet, because sometimes it takes the fence with it and sometimes it doesn't. So here, right. So there it's the fence with it. Okay. But if I drag that up to 4 meters, right? Well, that'll do. But then drag this down, the pole will stay there. Right. So, but it takes that one with it. So no is the answer, I don't think. It's always gonna... Looks like it's always gonna take one of them with it. There you go. Go to bed now, John T. Don't feel very well. Oh, sorry. Hope you feel better soon. Take care. Do you think they'll have penguins in the full game? I really hope so. They're one of my favourite animals in zoos. Polar bears are also way more aquatic. Yeah, exactly. So, but I imagine... I mean, I don't know how they've coded this game, but I imagine that would be a case of just, like, sliding a bit of a scale up. You know what I mean? Just, like, putting swimming preference up to 80 instead of 30 or something. I don't know. Kind of wishing there were more semi-aquatic animals. I know they still have time to reveal the game, but would a semi-aquatic animal you would like to see in a game? Yes, I'd love to see a lot of semi-aquatic animals, to be honest. Like people have said, penguins, otters, polar bears. Yeah, I'd like to see those. Yeah. Zoo School looks awesome, Geekism. I'm having so much fun playing the game. Yeah, good stuff. I recommend using the new shape terrain tools. If you uncheck fill, the tool can dig instead. Yes, that's very useful for doing tunnels and stuff. Yeah. If we get penguins and polar bears, we need big ice blocks for scenery. Yeah, definitely. Make this a console game. This is never coming to console. Birds would be good. Yeah, not sure how they would do birds. But yeah, I would like to see birds. That'd be good. Yeah. How can you let plants move in the Planet series? How can you let plants move in the Planet series? Not sure what that means, sorry. You should be really proud of your community. Everyone is so nice compared to some others. I know, yeah, we've got a really great bunch here. We're all a bunch of dorks, aren't we? What's a new animal you're going to make in your better zoo? Next one we're going to do is lemurs. We're going to do a walk through lemur enclosure. Being able to do shows like sea lion shows and stuff would be, yeah, it would. But I don't know about that because we've asked for that in Planco for years, doing like parades and stunt shows and stuff, and never really got it. So yeah, I don't know about that one. Shall we unlock? Shall we make them not on contraceptives? We have a woman and we have a female. Hold on, we have a female and an alpha male. They're the only ones in here now, right? 2, yeah. Go on then. I'll turn contraception off. Koalas, yeah. Like I say, I think marsupial just seems an obvious. Marsupial just seems such an obvious DLC choice that I think that's a DLC. Do you think it'll work on a laptop? It'll work on a good laptop. It'll work on a good gaming laptop. Yeah, I mean, a laptop is, you might as well just say a PC. Like, it totally depends on the specs. At least we can assume that we don't have fireworks in this game. Yeah, God. Does Nicola play any games? She played World of Warcraft with me when we played World of Warcraft, and she will occasionally dip her toe in Summit. She runs a lot of like old. She'll play like old Spectrum games on emulators and stuff. Has your demographic changed more to Canadian now? Still mostly UK. It's actually always been mostly American. I assume just from a numbers point of view, it's a bigger place. So yeah, there hasn't really been much difference. The only things that I have noticed, and I don't want to get political, but since Brexit, my revenue from the UK has gone down. I get paid less per ad view from the UK, and the only other real thing I've noticed is that my female audience is a lot larger since I've started covering Planet Zoo, which is cool. So yeah, they're the only real things I've noticed, to be honest. Can I have a shout out, please? Yeah, of course. There you go. Lovely shout out for you. Shouted way out then, didn't I? Okay, I'm not even going to look at the terrain right now. I don't want to see what's going on. This guy is almost exclusively... Look at him there, standing on the stones to do that. Cheeky little chappy, having a little float. Which 3 animals would you want in the game? What have we said? We've done this a few times now. Otters, penguins, and axolotls. Now, Nicola runs off to tend Xander. Nicola's in work, and Xander is absolutely flat out in bed. Look, proof. Exhausted. PC can run it. Would it run this? It's a little bit more intensive, but you shouldn't have too many problems, but don't quote me on it. Boys take notes. A girl who always wants a puppy unless they're allergic, although they still probably want one. Okay. What's your favourite animal? You. Narwhals are good. Axolotls are adorable. They're crazy, and the fact they like regenerate and stuff is just mental. But yeah, we love the old axolotls here. Right, how do you feel about your terrain currently? Still fine. Okay, so all we need to do then is like smooth it out a bit. Because we've currently got just where that path used to be. It looks a little funky, right? So we'll put some long grass in. I quite like the long grass. Yeah, so I don't mind having that in there. I think all I'll do is bring the intensity down. It'd be nice if you could like fade it out a bit. It just kind of ends, which I kind of get. It's a shader, isn't it? But it'd just be nice if you could kind of just like fade it down. Koalas and sloths. Yeah, the sloths would be good. I was on the radio on Friday. Nice. If you tunnel, does it count as hard shelter? Yeah, you can build hard shelter out of terrain. Yeah. The way to check is if you click down to here and click on habitat, you can choose shelter. And then you can pick an animal, and it'll show you where that animal thinks it's sheltered. which I think it needs to update because we've just been doing terrain. There you go. You can see there that it thinks under there is shelter and it thinks under there is shelter. So that's how that works. And if you look at over here, maybe let's find a doggy. There you go. It thinks all of that is shelter, and that's all just terrain. I actually think that's shelter, weirdly, but yeah, it thinks it's terrain. And then over here, Tapir thinks all that is shelter, which it is. It's correct. Monitor lizards don't have any. And this one is built out of rock. So you've got a good example here. A few scenery, a few terrain, and a few rock work. He thinks all that's shelter as well. Good stuff. I keep saying he. It's a girl, isn't it? She's doing great. She's 80 years old. God bless her. How long has she got left? Oh, I'll be sad when she goes. See, that's the animals hang around longer. You feel so much more about them. No shelter from the trees. Not hard shelter. You get some temperature shelter from them. If you look at temperature, you can see that it's a little cooler under trees. And from snow and stuff, you get a little bit of shelter from snow and rain. Yeah, but you don't get hard shelter is specifically like it kind of means permanent shelter, I guess. Yeah. Needs to have to turn aging off option. Yes, we're going to have it in sandbox. I'd be happy with like slower ones. The problem is that when I'm in sandbox, I don't want to have to keep making sure babies are okay and that people are arguing and stuff, you know. So I'm going to probably on sandbox turn everything off, so the animal just kind of sits around. Like you can, I'm pretty sure they've said you can turn off aggression, aging, and giving birth. So probably what I'm going to do is turn off aging, let them have babies, and then turn off giving birth and turn off aggression, and just to have them have a constant little cut. You know, like you want the lions to have cubs always, I think, personally. And it would be nice to kind of see the family tree go, but obviously that's the sort of thing I'm not going to be able to do in a video because I'm going to be building structures and building exhibits and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, I do think the speed of the game, so to speak, needs to be, as far as animal aging is concerned, needs to be halved, maybe even more. Yeah. Aging on a slider would be good. Yeah, or like how they do it in The Sims. You know, you can actually say that they only spend a minute as a kid and then all this time as a grown-up or something, you know? Somebody's mentioned the finding ligers in some code. I don't know. Short lifespan, they're medium and long, and you can change it per age bracket. Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's weird that you find that Planet Zoo you're happy to build in, because it's basically the same system. Obviously, you're just more invested in zoos, I guess, which is cool. Snow is really beautiful in the game. We can have a look at, we can have a look at something in snow. Yeah, why not? I don't do it very often, but yeah, sure. I mean, it probably won't look very natural because we don't really have snow where we are here in this biome. But yeah, let's speed it up so it starts coming down. It's got to rain first as it starts to get chilly. But they're running in. And then it'll cool down. It's got to get really cold before it snows. I didn't click snow, did I? I clicked rain. Just realised you're all going to be telling me in the chat now, aren't you? I clicked rain. I was thinking, it must really gradually get slow. There we go. Here comes the snow. Random weather as well. Doesn't seem to work in beta. I've had it rain randomly, I think. Someone who's not happy. Oh god. Oh man, hold on. I think our Nile monitors just grew up. No, still juvenile. What's up with you then? You just cold? Oh, there we go. Adult. Yeah. Okay. So transfer Temperature. Oh, just should be moaning. Is that all it is? It's just that you're all chilly. I know, but I want to see what it looks like. Sorry, I don't. I'm not having my animals annoyed because the processors never clear off. There we go. Random weather is the one you want. So there's random, fine, cloudy, rainy, snowy. Hey, Dr. MacDark. How'd you get snow? Well, that's how you do it. You click there. The only random weather I've had was 37 degrees with sun and 42 degrees in sun. Yeah, temperature shifts. I'm sure I've had rain because I've seen them with umbrellas and I haven't turned the rain on. To do the research, they will do it. The problem is when they have a break, they wander off and never go back to it. Or at least that was my problem. So yeah, right. We need to finish off this exhibit because it's looking a bit bare over here, isn't it? So let's throw in a couple of them. We'll do it properly. Come on. It rains in this map, no snow. Yeah, like I say, I've definitely had rain. What are you called? Tamarind. That's not what I did. Tamarind tree. There we go. So we've got a little one. Supermassive big one. Oh, let's do a supermassive big one. At the back. So you can't see the habitat door so much. It's a bit hidden, you know. Well, not hidden, but... and then we're using... These are savanna rocks, right? Desert rock. Okay. I don't know what... It's called desert in some places. There isn't a savanna rock, right? Or is there? There is savanna rock. But I've used desert. Alright, whatever. Hey John, see anything you'd like to add to PZ? Animals like buildings or facilities, things for animals too. Yeah, the main one, as I've said, is like is some more interactive experiences for guests. So things like bat caves, maybe even like the ability to handle animals and stuff. I don't really know how that would work. Petting zoos. That kind of thing, I think would all be pretty cool. Three rocks here, not unlike your habitat rock structure. Oh, cool. Have you seen the video by Best in Slot where he bans you and your family from his zoo? No. Bans me and my family? I don't understand what that means. I watched Best in Slot, but yeah, I don't know what that means. Sorry. They should put a timer on the research so you can use so we can see how long it takes. There is a bar going up, but it doesn't actually give you a time. Yeah. Have you also experienced the water treatments and electricity breaking every 5 minutes? Yeah, I think they patched that though. They haven't been so bad since. I don't think. Can you please make a snow leopard building? That would be really cool. Probably not here, no, because it's not a suitable biome for them, and I'm not really a massive fan of the temperature systems in the game at the minute. Really cool to have animals like pigs or goats that kids could pet. Yeah, definitely. A petting zoo would be really good. How large is the building area? Same as Planet Coaster. If you know that, same as Planet Coaster is huge. Like you can see about half of it in this picture. Like it's that and then that again, pretty much. Have you heard anything about Mac release? There won't be one. Not much. Of course it does, yeah. We've done quite a bit today, though, but yeah, it's still not much, right? Do you have your monster drawings from Twitch? They are kept safe somewhere, yeah. They're in storage. We bought them from the UK, but yeah, I've got them still. My plan still is when I get an office space, because at the moment I'm still in the living room, but when I get a separate room, I want to put the first month of that up, actually, yeah, as a sort of memory. Why is there a 2 in the ground? I don't know what that... Oh, there was some paths there, here. It's where I did the path tutorial. For some reason it paints a bit of ground. How did that barrier with the wood and glass? So if you click on the wood, if you click on a wood barrier, you can add a window to it here. Like Was it easy to become a Canadian citizen? I don't know. I haven't become one yet. I'm a resident of Canada, but I'm not a citizen yet. Okay, terrain. I would like just a little height variation here, I think. Oh, it looked like me, did it? Oh, right. No, I've not seen that. Because the reason I asked, or I was confused, is because in Planet Coaster, there were people who had, like, avatars in the game that wandered around, and there is something in this one that isn't in the game yet, I don't think, where you can wander around zoos or something. So, yeah, I was all confused. Okay. Right, nature. I think we just need a few more of these things around to kind of fill in. This is the kind of thing that really gets that realism up, is just getting little bits of foliage dug into cracks and things. There we go. It's a little bit of an extension on the warthogs there. They should be happy with that. The painted ground left over by the path is actually short grass terrain. Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, it just looks a bit weird. It's a bit darker, isn't it? I didn't think it was darker. I thought it just didn't have the thing on it, but yeah, you're right. That's neat. Have fun. Thanks, Dennis. Thanks for stopping by, friend. Franchise mode. I'm just allowed my avatar to visit other zoos. Yeah, I did as well. I guess that's what it means. Like, he just turns up. Are you still in the plus for income? Not this last couple of months, no. We've actually been losing a bit of money. Upkeep has gone up. But I'm hoping we've got enough money there to do lemurs that'll bring in a load of people and start bringing people up into the park as well, because that's the problem at the minute, is everyone's still hanging around here and not coming up and seeing the dudes. Although there are people going in there now. Like, I'm looking round, like asking them help. Moron. Can we have a quick look in the reptile house? I'm afraid we actually lost the reptile house interior due to a crash. So at the moment it is empty. Sorry. So I've just stuck a door on there because I don't really fancy going back in. So I've stuck a door on a gate on there. So it's currently closed up shop, I'm afraid. Do you have any donation bins? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Here's one. In fact, what I might do is move that one a bit further over this way. Actually, no, I'll leave it there. But I might bring another one over here now. We've extended this area. Kind of hate that you have to snap them because I don't particularly want them in either of those spots. I don't like how far into the path they are. I wonder if that'll work. Can you change the colour of them? Saw a yellow one. Yeah, you can. Icon colour, that's neat. I'm waiting, I'm hoping somebody, or I could do it myself, I suppose, build something around them, because I really don't like how they look with the spinny thing on. I think it's way too over the top. Yeah. You can snap to the barrier. Yeah, like a little tin. Reboot sticks, it's working much better. Oh, good. I live in Toronto. Not too far, I live in London. So about 2 hours up the 401. Domestic animals, nocturnal animals, and aquarium DLCs would be great. Yep. I dislike the pattern on them. I don't hate the pattern. It's the floaty thing around the top. It just winds me up. Can hide them in a rock. Yeah, but I'd like them to be prominent. I'd like them to look like donation bins. But just not. Yeah, we should. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking. Is probably like a little tiered roof. I haven't really had a proper look into the pieces yet to find something we could do it with. There's got to be some small type things. Like in the Planet Coaster, we had all those little cornice pieces, didn't we? That's the kind of thing I'm thinking. There must be something like that. Zoo's looking really good. But thank you, Dylan. You should do some gardens or a food court in that big triangle. I started doing gardens. It was something else I lost. There was a fountain and some hedge gardens. Yeah, I think probably we'll go back to that. Donation bin is exactly why plans on these are TNT. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But even then, it wouldn't actually work, would it? You need to just find a way of covering it up, really. There's got to be some small wood pieces. Like, we've got things like that, look. There's got to, I'm just going to sit here and go through everything. We're going to have to finish it in a few minutes anyway. I need to go and wake Xander up at 3:30. It's more like a donation box in real life. Like here you can add glass, add donation boxes, food, etc. to the fence. Yeah. I did a climbing frame that's tall enough above the path from one exclusion to another. Would the animals still jump onto the path or would it work? It's alright if you don't know. So I think it has to be completely enclosed. I'm not 100% sure though, actually. I haven't tried that yet. 3:30, 6:30 here. Oh, just proof of Earth's spherical shape, I suppose. Do you research all the build pieces? Yes, yeah. How many hours do you have in Planet Zoo so far? 42. How different are the animals, actually? Because it said all of them are supposed to have their own personality, but is that noticeable? Not yet. A lot of the animal animations are not in the beta, though. They're going to come in the full game. So I think they'll look a lot more alive and different there. Is it possible to do an underground zoo? Can't see why not. I'm not sure why you would. Thank you very much for the super chat, Flower Bomb. Just a little extra. It's very much appreciated. How many kids do I have? Just the one. A little boy called Xander. When is the stream finishing? Got to go pretty much now, to be honest with you. We're going to wrap up in a sec. Like I say, he's starting to have a little wriggle around. And it's 3:30 we finish. I like this is more AMA. I know, it always is. I always get sidetracked. So there's really... Yeah, they're too big, aren't they? Massively big. There's going to be something. There's going to be a piece. Like, I bet these are double backed, aren't they? Yeah, of course they are. These too big. Yeah. That too big. Yeah. There's going to be something that we can use as a small... Oh, okay. That's the one to beat so far, is that little piece there. That is genuinely the smallest thing. What's the bottom of that like? Ooh, okay. Let's leave that out as well. It's, tricky, but maybe. Back to front window. Yes, windows is definitely an option. Let's have a look. Maybe something like that. There's definitely going to be... These, I think, are double back. They're pretty big as well, actually. Let's have a look at windows. Windows. I mean, maybe in one of the other sets, there just isn't a small window at the minute. Look. I mean, come on. That one, I think I've already had a look at that one, didn't I? Yeah. Oh. Oh, my God. What? Why? The one. The one that could work. I mean, that looks great, but why have they suddenly started doing that? Putting windows on one of them. Why did you say it run 1 star? Well, we have no conservation or marketing yet because they're not built into the game. And at the minute, the guests aren't too hot. I don't know why they keep getting annoyed. Is there any reasons why you called your kid Xander? It's a very nice name. It's with an X, but yeah, we liked Alexander, but we didn't like Alex. So we thought, well, if we just call him Xander, then people will call him Xander. We were watching Pointless at the time, which is a quiz show in the UK. And the main chap on there is called Alexander Armstrong. And they refer to him often as Xander. And we thought, yeah, we like that. Let's go for it. So if anyone asks, that's who he's named after. Although I think deep down, my wife was a huge Buffy fan, and I think deep down she has a bit of a thing for Xander from Buffy, but won't admit it. Okay, seems we're on to a winner here, folks, I think. I think this is the way to go. At least the beginning of it, anyway. Not sure it has game impact though. Sorry, I missed that. Have to go see you. Thank you, Wingwind. Is that window one way see through? I don't know. You can see through it one way. Yeah. It's just a plane, isn't it? If we ever have a son, it would have been a Xander too, and yes, it would have been from Buffy. Daughter would have been Leia from Star Wars. Nice. I always thought about Xander from Buffy, to be honest. Not a bad thing. Yeah, that's Nicola was a huge Buffy fan. Yeah. When are you rebuilding the reptile? I won't rebuild the interior, unfortunately. As good as I like as it was, I have the video evidence of it now, and that's enough for me. Because I don't want to waste my limited time in the beta by rebuilding. You know, this is all just testing, and it's all clearing off soon anyway. So, yeah, I think that's how we're going to rock it with these. What we need to do is unpause the game and find the point. Like the widest point, right? Like there. So we know how to hide it. So if we go to there. Right. Oh no, it's poking a little there, isn't it? So we get those to be pretty much even. And then raise it up slightly. Right, so as it stands there, we shouldn't see it rotating. Okay, so obviously we have to find a triangle or something. That's my worry, is I don't think we're going to find anything that small. There was like a cornice piece or something. Let's have a look. Corn. No, these are all going to be too big. There was like tiny little cornice pieces that we saw before. That. It's just like a brick, isn't it? That. There's a marketing tab in finance. You can turn it on, by the way. Yeah, it doesn't work. Or it didn't. Terracotta pots. Isn't that Tony Stark's missus? Oh, that's facilities, excuse me. Are they in nature? Yeah, they're all huge. Never mind. What kind of bugs have you been running into lately? Oh, the usual. Will the game go to early access after beta? No, this is the early access. It goes to this goes until 8th of October, and then the game releases on 5th of November. They may extend the beta, but at the minute I don't know. Right, I'll keep messing around with that off camera. I'm going to have to go. Do you want to see Zand if I go and get him up to come and say hello before we finish? I think I'll do that. Give me 1 sec, I'll just go and grab him. I'll play an ad as well, why not? I'll get them $1. See who's here. Ah, look. Hold on, let's put the screen back on. Look who's there. Can you see? Hold on. If we do that, look. Can you see yourself? Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Can you wave? Can you say hi? Can you say hi? With that hand, this hand. Oh. There we go. Oh, we're dancing. What noises do you know? Can you say hello into there? Can you say? Come on, we're all waiting for your words of wisdom. What do you say?
Daddy.
Daddy. Do you say zoom, zoom, zoom? Zoom. Should we do zoom, zoom, zoom?
No.
Yeah? Just mouthing. Can you say zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you wanna take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. It's about count, ready? In 5. You do. 4. What's next? 3. What's next? You're getting some weird ASMR there, aren't you? Okay. Right, we've got to go now. We're going to say goodbye to everybody, okay? Can we say goodbye to everybody? Say bye. Yeah, way this way so people can see. Say bye. See up there, look. That's where everyone is. Say hi. Say see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Like and subscribe. Oh, let's press the button. Bye, everyone.